Parker Schnabel, once the youngest prodigy of the gold rush, has gone from the face of a booming empire to the center of a legal storm. Known for pulling millions from frozen earth, Parker, who started mining at just a teenager, built an empire worth millions. By 24, he'd already mined over $13 million in gold and brought in $24 million in Season 14 alone. But in Season 15, everything changed. Parker, aiming to hit a monumental target of 10,000 ounces of gold, made an audacious move. He invested $2.5 million in two high-risk, historically rich gold claims, Gold Run and Sulphur Creek. The stakes were enormous, but so were the potential rewards. These claims were infamous for producing billions in gold, but they also came with major environmental risks. Parker needed to move his biggest wash plant, Bob, over 25 miles, pushing his crew to the limit with an insane 10-hour deadline. Despite setbacks, Bob managed to pull in over $600,000 in just a few days, and Parker seemed poised to meet his 10,000-ounce goal. However, the deeper Parker's team dug, the more complications arose. Big Red, another crucial wash plant, broke down after over 12 seasons of service. The operation was now down to Bob and rock sand, but Parker's margin for error was razor thin. That's when legal issues began to surface. In his rush to expand, Parker made quick deals and bypassed crucial environmental review steps. When his team started digging at Sulphur Creek, questions about permits, protected waterways, and old fuel tanks came up. The situation escalated when government officials intervened and began filing subpoenas. Soon after, federal charges were filed accusing Parker of willful environmental violations, illegal dredging, disturbance of protected streams, and negligence in waste disposal. Prosecutors uncovered damning evidence, including falsified inspection reports and ignored warnings. It soon became clear that Parker was not just a miner pushing for more gold. He had crossed legal lines, knowingly disregarding regulations to meet his 10,000-ounce goal. The charges piled up: environmental misconduct, site damage, falsified reports, reckless excavation, all contributing to what prosecutors called a deliberate disregard for the law. In court, Parker's defense couldn't hold up. Emails revealed Parker instructing his team to ignore regulatory interference, and a former crew member testified that Parker was fully aware of the violations and ignored them anyway. The sentencing was severe, and although no one used the word prison, Parker quietly disappeared from the spotlight. Rumors circulated, but there were no public updates on his situation. Parker was always grounded and focused on legacy, not wealth. He didn't spend his fortune on mansions or luxury cars, but instead on experiences with family and friends. His downfall was especially tragic because, in his mind, it had always been about legacy, but now, that legacy was at risk. Season 15 was meant to be Parker's breakout year, a comeback, but it turned into a disaster. Equipment breakdowns, permit issues, and legal trouble stacked up. The $16 million Parker had earned was now tied up in legal reviews, and his team was scattered. Without Parker at the center, the entire operation felt different. The big bet on Dominion Creek, Parker's $15 million purchase, seemed like a genius move. With an estimated $160 million in gold still buried, Parker could have hit his goal with enough time, but time was running out. The water, licenses and permits had just 6 years left, and if they weren't renewed, everything would be lost. Despite the odds, Parker pushed forward, expanding his operation and taking risks. But every delay burned money, and every ounce not recovered was a dollar lost. And with such high stakes, failure wasn't an option. He even secured deals to lock in mining rights to other areas, but the pressure kept mounting. As the operation grew, the tension between Parker and his crew began to show. Relationships with longtime partners like Rick Ness and Tony Beats became strained. Despite the external success, awards, and major deals, Parker struggled with the internal pressure of keeping everything running smoothly. But in the end, the crushing weight of responsibility, legal issues, and broken promises led to the fall of the empire. Season 15, the one meant to launch Parker to greatness, instead became his greatest challenge. What's next for Parker Schnabel? His empire is on hold, his future uncertain, and his once bright legacy now in jeopardy. Please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more amazing content. See you next time.